Bam! It's time for a review. What we're looking at here is this Valor versus Venom. Wait, what's that?
Bum, I am the one that you refer to as Good Storm Shadow. I am here with new Snake Eyes to inform you that we will not allow you to have the secret of eternal life. As you'll see here, we have captured the one you call Super 7 Scarlet. It's okay because you didn't really like her anyway. But we will further escalate this and we will capture more until you give us the secret to eternal life. Don't you play. We know you have it because you keep bringing Steve back. This is your last warning. You have 5 moons to deliver the secret to eternal life.
Oh my god, Good Storm Shadow, you done flipped your lid. Snake Eyes, where you at, buddy?
Poof!
Oh, there you are, man. Did you just see that? Oh, you did? Okay. He nods his head in agreement silently. You just saw Good Storm Shadow? Did any of that look weird to you? Do you recognize Storm Shadow? Aren't you guys brothers or something? He nods his head silently in agreement. Man, I don't know. He's got Scarlet, man. She's got great cookies. You know, Storm Shadow, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll just stop reviews forever. No? You don't think I should? You don't think I should stop my reviews? All right, man. Can you go find out what's going on with Good Storm Shadow? Me? I don't know. He's acting really strange. All right, man. Get out of here. Poof. All right. So that was crazy. Snake Eyes is going to try and figure out what's going on. He'll report back when he has found something. All right, now look at this set here. This thing is pretty amazing. So this is Operation Crimson Sabotage, Valor versus Venom. This G.I. Joe line came out shortly after the Real American Hero line. This was around from 2014, I believe. And I have a story on this one. Check out my channel. I've got a Comic-Con haul story where I explain how I got this bad boy for $60. You're not going to find something like this for $60 pretty much anywhere else. It's pretty amazing. All right, so let's rotate this thing around a little bit. It's kind of large, so it's going to be kind of hard. Let me get you a nice zoomed in shot. So it's got 3 Crimson Guard figures. 1, 2, and 3 up there in the turret, and they have removable helmets. So we'll get into that later. It's got a H.I.S.S tank in the back there. It's got a red canopy, which is pretty cool. Some guns on the back wall. And it's got this gun emplacement thing that it can tow behind it. Let me tell you, where are you going to get something like this for $60? I'll tell you where. Back in 2014, a long time ago. That's probably what this thing cost. But you can look here and you see that it's got some damage. So I'm wondering if this thing actually got some water damage, perhaps. It's got damage pretty much all over the place. Let me just rotate it a bit here. Take a look at the back. Man, that's so cool. Oh, no, excuse me. 2004. Right there. 2004 Hasbro. Paul Tuckett. That's where G.I. Joe used to come from. You know, we weren't doing this China stuff back then. Actually, never mind, because it says made in China right there. I think their headquarters was in Paul Tuckett. I think it's in New Jersey. No, Rhode Island. Man, I'm just... Bam! You done messed up. Check this out. Real American Hero. You can see it's the Real American Hero line. This is shortly after they released the original stuff. Still has the O-ring figures in here, which I'm going to be real interested in how those O-rings, you know, made it through the test of time. All right, well, hey, there's no other way to do this. Here's some more damage right there. Just trying to catalog this before I rip this bad boy open. Here's your UPC. It's got a file card. Man. Come on, Hasbro. Look at this file card. Crimson Guard, Elite, Cobra Elite Trooper. Man, it doesn't have like 15 languages. Just English. Sounds good. Another thing I wanted to point out, which is nostalgic overload. Look at this right here. Battle points, man. Look at that. Clip and save. Battle points 10. Operation Crimson Sabotage. Used to clip these out back in the day, and I don't know if it was Sergeant Slaughter. There was a mail away. You could get a mail away figure, and the only way you could do it is by these battle points, clipping them out. Look at this, man. You think I should? Tell me in the comments if I should clip this bad boy out and send it to old Hasbro. What do you think they're gonna send me? Probably like a My Little Pony. Is that Hasbro or is that Mattel? I don't know. Man, you know what? They send me a My Little Pony. I'm just gonna put a G.I. Joe on it, and it's gonna be a mount. Yeehaw! You know it. So there you go. I wanted to show you all that. This clip and save before I destroy this box. And I will make sure that I save this file card as well, because they don't do stuff like this that much anymore, and it needs to be preserved. All right, so I'm gonna start ripping up this plastic prison, and I'll be right back. All right, and here we go. I got the outer shell off, and just looking at this thing, it's hard to show, but if I zoom in real close, do you see it? It looks like, I don't know if that's weathering that they built on it, or that they painted on there. Like maybe this red is painted, but do you see that gradation there in the paint? It's really strange. It looks like it's like sticky or something, but it's not really sticky. Look at those decals, man. Those decals are out of control. There's a good shot right there. Look at the side there. See how it's got like a gradation? I wonder if that's water damage. You would think if it was water damage, you would think that all these stickers would be messed up. Oh, look at that. If y'all needed to know what H.I.S.S stood for, look at that. High Speed Sentry. Crimson Brigade. Not too shabby. And then over here we got the H.I.S.S Assault System Pod. And I tell you what, these stickers are in just excellent locations. Alright, well, that's stage one. Let me zoom out. Let's take a look at one of these bad boys real quick. Hey man, how you doing over there? Are you doing all right? Man, you're looking kind of stuck to that wall there, man. How many years you been there, bro? What, 20 plus years you've been stuck like that? Man, let me tell you what. You're lucky I found you, or else you'd be stuck there for the rest of your life until you're in a landfill. That's right. All right, we'll get you out of there, man. We'll have you doing no good in no time. What do you mean you got a family? You a good guy or a bad guy? You're a bad guy. All right, that's it. So this is going to be fun. All right, this is it. Just going to catalog this. Look at that before I rip it to pieces. All right, I'll see you in a minute. We'll be a little bit further. All right, so I'm doing this unboxing here, and look at this craziness that you get on the bottom of these things. This is an extreme pain. These things are kind of shoved down inside of there with tape and these, I don't know what you call these things, these hoops as well. I don't know. But you got to get them out of there. Now, one thing I wanted to point out is I was using the old scissors, and that was really annoying. So I switched over to these. These are snippers. I use these in the hobby space for like sprues if you're doing Warhammer models. And you can just snip this stuff right off of here. It makes it so much easier. Look at that snipping goodness. So if you all need some ASMR, some snipping ASMR, you know that tank's just gonna fall. I think I need to rethink this plan. I don't know what that's holding up, but I'm going to snip that bad boy. All right, I'm going to keep snipping, and I'll be back. All right, and here we go. Man, look at this thing. This is amazing. It's got that kind of textured pattern to it. It's almost like someone cleaned it with Windex or something, and it's streaked. I guess that is weathering. It's got some clearly painted weathering on the treads. You see like the brown. That's kind of cool, man. Look at all the paint applications. And when they don't, you know, and on top of the paint applications, you've got stickers just sitting there already stuck. There's none of this build it for us crap that they're doing these days. You can kind of see the gradations in the paint there. Let me see if I can get the light a little bit better in here. All right, so the light might be a little bit better. Some marks there. It's like a cat hair from the Hasbro facility. Some stickers on the back. Look at those stickers, man. Now I'm wondering if this set was like a exclusive somewhere, like maybe, I don't know, Target. It's 2004. I don't know. Look at this thing. I mean, this H.I.S.S tank is amazing. I wonder how it lines up to the newer H.I.S.S tanks that they got now and the older ones. I don't know, but when I saw this thing at the Comic-Con, man, and he gave me a $60 price, I just had to have it. See if the canopy is gonna break. Oh my god. Nope, it's pretty good. And it feels a little sticky. I don't know. Not too shabby. All right, let's look at the gun emplacement. Now this thing is really cool. I think it stands up. I don't know why you would ever do that. I mean, you could start shooting people in the front there. Oh man, this is right out of my childhood. I'm gonna start crying. Oh, bam. Man, that is something else, man. This is the kind of stuff we want, Hasbro. And it's a shame because the 6-inch line is kind of in charge right now. And kind of taking over. But there's something about this 3.75-inch line. They could do vehicles so affordably. And they don't take up a ton of space. Something like this for G.I. Joe Classified would probably... I have one around here somewhere with missiles on it. I haven't opened it yet. Maybe that'll be on a future review. But it's going to be like the size of the table. And this is nice and simple. So cool, man. So cool. All right, let's see if we can tow hitch this thing up. Does this thing bend? Oh, I'm afraid to try. Let me just hook it up. Oh no, there's wheels, so it's got to bend. This, oh, I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid to move these joints. Oh, I think we're just gonna let that do its thing. So this hook's right there, but I'm too afraid to bend. I'm too afraid to bend these things because I feel like they may break. I feel like it goes inward. I am not too sure. Yeah, I'm not going to bend that. That's a shame. Yeah, I mean, this thing's from 2004. It's been sitting in a box forever, and God knows what warehouse or whatever. I don't want to break it. Wait, what is this? Yep. I think you just bend them. I'd have to look it up online. So scary. Well, not gonna do that. I like this thing too much to destroy it. That's my first ASP gun emplacement. I have never had one before from the original line, so hey man, I'm not looking to break it. All right, let's look at these figures. Now, I kind of saved this for last. All right, look at this guy, man. And you'll get to see the goodness. Will the O-ring pop, disintegrate? Some other stuff. There was other rubber bands on the H.I.S.S tank, and those things disintegrated immediately. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Pristine. No whitening. Oof. Feel that O-ring. Ooh, baby. He is clean. All right, now his helmet comes off too, apparently. Let's see what we got under there. Oh, boy. Look at that guy. He's a bandit. If I've ever seen one. I got to put that helmet back on because that did not come off easy. And I feel like every time I touch this icon, a little bit is transferring off. All right, here's our guns. I'm afraid. Oh man, look at this dude. Oh, I'm in love. All right, we got these other ones. They're still, hey man, you in your plastic prison? You want to get out? You want to take over the world with Cobra? All right. Oh man, I need my snipper. All right. Bam, just like that. Cut that bad boy out. Now these zip ties here, there's actually a use for these. You can actually use these for barbed wire. So I always save them, put them in a container, and then you can use them later for like barbed wire. All right, get this guy out. Oh my. Yeah, he's out. All right, number 2. Oh man, it just feels, oh God, turning that for the first time with his leg there feels so cool. Awesome. Not too shabby. Let's get him all armored up. I don't think I'd leave these guns in their hand though, because I feel the thumb kind of moving every time. All right, one more. Man, I mean, this you can't really beat this price. $60 for this, and I'm gonna tell you why in just a minute. 2 vehicles, a H.I.S.S tank. Oh my God, he's falling apart. He started giving way there, I think. Oof. Hear him cracking. There they are. Oh. Now, let's do a little bit of a size comparison. Before we get too far, I want to size them up with some of these other figures. Now, you might recognize some of these. I've been showing them on my channel. So let's see. Let's get our, who should we do for this size comparison? Bam! What we have here, this is Steve. Steve is your standard 4-inch action figure. And I use Steve in my reviews pretty regularly in order to show, especially in the 4-inch world. We're still playing in the 4-inch world. Let's go ahead and line these guys up next to old Steve there. Get a nice little comparison. Steve, man, you've been captured by the Crimson Guard? Yeah? Man, you're out of here, bro. So as we can see, Steve is pretty much 4 inches. These guys are around 3.75. This is right, the real American Hero line. That's kind of right where they were. Let's put Steve out of the way here, Steve. Steve don't like stand up. Steve, we're on the clock, bro. All right, I brought somebody else out. This is a Super 7 Bat. He doesn't like to stand either. This is a Super 7 Bat. This is a 2025 product. It was just released. You can get these. I bought 3 of them, and I really, really like them. It's interesting because the plastic for the Super 7 Bat kind of feels similar to this Crimson Guard figure. I don't know. They just kind of feel similar. Although the Crimson Bat here, he has a hard time standing up sometimes. I think it's the positioning of his feet seem a little bit warped or off. The plastic on these guys is a little different. It feels a little cheaper, but he kind of lines up nicely. So there's your Super 7 2025 Crimson Bat. Totally recommend. He fits right in with this diorama. Let me tell you what, boy. All right, next thing I wanted to show. He's been in my reviews as well. This is a vintage Night Creeper V2. And you'll see there, he's on a stand. I don't want to move him around too much because he's got some whitening on the arms. You'll see his whitening there. That's what you got to worry about when you pick these figures up used. They'll have whitening from play feature, and they'll have paint rubbing. There's a little bit of rubbing on the grenades there. And these new guys have no rubbing whatsoever. So you'll see that they mix together well. I mean, these are old figures as well. So, man, I'll tell you what, you got a nice little size comparison going here. All right, let's get this Night Creeper out of the way. So what I wanted to tell y'all is this Cobra Bat 2025. He's actually not Crimson. He's a Python Patrol Bat. He was $20 hairs, man. That's what you're paying these days for this kind of O-ring figure. Now it's from Super 7, and historically Super 7's more expensive, but you can see the deal here with this set for 60 bucks. 3 O-ring figures, a H.I.S.S tank, and the A.S.S. So when you're out there at these Comic-Cons, you got to look for these deals, man. Like, I did not go to the Comic-Con wanting to buy this set, but when I saw it at the price it was, man, that's a done deal. Totally done. Hey, Crimson Guard, man, what you doing over there, man? You're looking a little antsy. Yeah, what you doing there, man? Oh my God! You done killed Steve! Man, you've been locked in that prison for 20 years, and the first thing you do when you get out of the prison is you murder somebody? Man, I'll tell you what. And Steve is dead again. Man, I don't understand why this keeps happening. All right, I'm gonna clear this table up, and I'm gonna go grab some H.I.S.S tanks, and we're gonna do a little bit of a comparison. I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way. All right, and here we go. H.I.S.S tanks on parade. All right, I got a couple different versions here. I'm pretty sure this black one on the left was a re-release, and they're all pretty much the exact same size. This guy has 2004 on the bottom. The blue one has 2021. I think the blue one was an exclusive. It might have been a Walmart exclusive. I picked it up at Ollie's. I think I picked up a bunch of them on clearance. And the H.I.S.S tank on the left and the right, they came with figures that were more modern than the O-ring style figures. You see this guy here. Here's an example of a more modern G.I. Joe. I currently like, I happen to like all the G.I. Joes, modern, vintage. Doesn't really matter to me. So as you see, they're about the same size, almost exactly the same. Let's turn them sideways a bit here. Oh, wait. Yeah, they are. It is pretty much the same between the 2004 versions. It is pretty much the same model, almost identical. Move that one out of the way. Put the blue one back there. And as far as the exclusive, again, man, they really reused this H.I.S.S tank mold, which is fine. You see this one, the blue one also has the weathering on the treads as well. Not too shabby. The thing that I'm most impressed about with this H.I.S.S tank is the stickers, though. And I don't know how they're going to, the test of time, how they're going to stand, but I mean, this thing is just full, absolutely full of stickers. All right, so there you go. Let's move these H.I.S.S tanks out of the way. All right, let's go ahead and get a rating going here. Let me line everything up. One thing I noticed here, which will be some negative points on old Hasbro. Man, you can't even get this guy in there. There's no way to get this guy. I would break it inside of there. So yeah, little negative points there. Hey, what are you gonna do? Still a cool, fun play feature. Oh, you know what? I bet you. Let's grab one of these Super 7s. This is a Super 7 G.I. Joe. This is one of the ones that, you can't really move the arms or the legs. So let's see. He might be able to fit in there. Nope. You can't even fit him in there. What if the head's supposed to go like that? Is the head supposed to stick out of this bad boy? If you know in the comments, let me know. Have you ever had one of these, and how do you get a guy in there? Let me take his helmet off. Stick his head up inside of there. Problem solving with Bam. All right, there you go. That's how I had to do it. I guess this is like a little computer where he looks inside of there and fires the shots from. All right, we did it. He's in there, kind of. All right. All right, this is Operation Crimson Shadow. Valor and Venom. I kind of like the Valor and Venom line myself. I would get more if I could. Let's go ahead and tee up a rating here. Let's go with articulation. We'll do articulation as well as paint applications. Thumbs up. Straight up. I mean, what they could do with this set, the applications of the stickers, the paint, the 3 figures that, I mean, this Super 7 bat these days is $20. You get 3 of those, bam, I paid $60 for this. It should have been $160, but the guy had a price mark problem on it or whatever, and I think it's because it was water damage, but hey, what are you going to do? All right, let's go ahead and switch over to affordability. Now I'm going to give this a thumbs sideways. Now, you're probably not going to be as lucky as old Bam and get this thing for $60, man. I'll tell you what, if you look on eBay currently, 3 of these Crimson Guard guys, these Crimson Guards are in pristine condition because I just ripped them out of their plastic prison. Getting these on eBay is going to cost you $60, $70 for just the 3 guys alone. So, your mileage may vary with that. The H.I.S.S is probably another $60, $70 vehicle. And then the H.I.S.S tank is probably going to be 40 or 50. They released a lot of those H.I.S.S tanks, as I showed. I've got a bunch of them here. So that's probably why that one is, a little bit on the cheaper side on the secondary market. But all total, if you were to buy this set in the seal status that I had it in, it's going to be about $160. But if you really need it, you really love it, I love it now, to be honest with you. I mean, it's amazing. It's definitely worth it. All right, overall rating for this Valor versus Venom set is a thumbs up. If you can get it out there, the nostalgia is real. It is definitely worth the price of admission. Try and get it a little cheap if you could. Be careful with the product because it's old. Man, when I'm playing with a lot of this stuff like this asp here, when I'm moving these joints, I feel at any minute they are going to snap right off. I would love to attach this to the back of the H.I.S.S tank and roll it around, But I don't know, man. It seems a little fishy. This canopy here is a little finicky as well. The Crimson Guards themselves, they have some issues with some of their joints. I can hear cracking and whatnot. It's a little unsettling, but if you can get it, it's definitely worth it. All right, that's pretty much it for this one. This has been a BAM review. I am BAM. I do all kinds of reviews. I've done some Super 7 reviews like this Super 7 bat here. Take a look at my channel and find out. Super 7 figures in the back there, like those guys that have no articulation. Spoiler, I didn't really like those too much. I do Transformers reviews, G.I. Joe Classified reviews, Lego reviews. I do yard sale hauls in general. Oh, BAM does it all. But for now, that's about it. We'll leave it here. I'm BAM, and I'm out.